it's Officer Potak.
Hi, it's Officer Best. Today's book is called Greta and the Dark Cloud.
Thank God we're not outside because it was cloudy today. We were reading earlier and we thought we were going to get rained on.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a dark cloud over us.
Greta was eating her oatmeal. I love her already. One morning when she looked out the window and saw a tiny dark cloud. I think it might rain today, said her father. I heard that a storm might be coming our way, added her mother. Oh no, thought Greta. I don't like the rain, and storms are loud and scary.
You know what my son used to say when it would thunder and lightning? The sky is cracking up. The sky is cracking up, and he would get so scared.
Oh, yeah.
I remind him of that all the time, and he's 14 now.
The rest of the sky was blue. See, that's kind of how our day went. The blue sky was over Officer Potak, and the gray, dark clouds were over me. I don't understand, because I'm not like that. I'm not gray and dark.
You're gray.
Okay, I'll give you that. The sun was shining and the birds were chirping. It did not look like it would rain or storm. Just in case, Greta put on her yellow rubber boots. She tied a warm sweater around her waist and stuffed her shiny new raincoat into her backpack.
Always being prepared. Very
Right.
important.
A little while later, on her way to school, Greta glimpsed the cloud again. It seemed to follow her as she walked. It's a good thing I wore my yellow rubber boots, thought Greta. My feet won't even get wet if it rains. She walked the rest of the way to school with dry feet. By first recess, first?
Get one.
I don't even know what a recess is. The cloud had grown larger. The wind rustled the leaves in the trees and blew through her hair. Tiny little bumps formed on the backs of her arms. It's a good thing I brought my sweater, thought Greta. She untied the sweater from around her waist and put it on. Inside the sleeves, her arms were warm and cozy. The bumps disappeared. She played tag with her friends until the bell rang.
I think in the spring we're going to go up to recess with our kids and go play. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
I mean, we aren't two big kids, so you've seen us down at the playground playing on the swings and the slides.
Yeah, exactly. We've done stuff that even a lot of kids don't do. Greta thought about the clouds all through lunch. She thought about it again at reading time. Later in science class, Greta thought about the clouds so much that she did not hear the teacher ask her a question. All the children laughed. Did you ever have that happen to you where you were daydreaming and a teacher asked you something and you had no idea where you were at and what the question was? Welcome to the world of Officer Lackets. By second recess, the cloud covered most of the sky. It blocked out the sun, and the birds had flown away. Oh no, thought Greta, it's going to storm. All the other kids went outside to play, but Greta stood inside the doors. What are you doing here? Asked the teacher. It's going to rain, said Greta. I don't like the rain. There's no need to worry, replied the teacher. You packed your raincoat. It will keep you dry. Greta put the raincoat on. It was slick and shiny. If any drops landed on it, they would slide right off. She pulled her hood over her head and stepped outside, but she remained close to the door just in case. Because, of course, that's what any teacher would do when you know that there'd be a thunder and lightning storm coming, and they send the kids outside to play. Oh, yeah. And then especially the one with that dark cloud is and the kid climbing the tree. Don't climb anything high if you know there's going to be a storm.
Or if you can't climb back down.
When the last bell rang, it was time to go home. Greta looked outside. Big watery drops crashed down from the sky. The wind howled. Greta put on her yellow rubber boots. Then she put on her shiny new raincoat and pulled the hood up over her head. Don't forget to put up your umbrella, said the teacher. Umbrella? Oh no, thought Greta. I forgot my umbrella. All the other kids left to go home, popping open their umbrella as they left. Greta stood inside the doors and watched the colorful circles get farther and farther away. How, she wondered, will I ever get home now?
We don't get umbrellas when it rains.
No, we get wet.
We get to stand out there in the rain. No umbrella.
We get wet. A tear rolled down her cheek and landed on her coat. It slid right off. But Greta did not notice. What are you still doing here? Asked the teacher. I can't go home, cried Greta. I forgot my umbrella. Of course you can, said the teacher. You remembered your rain boots, so your feet will not get wet. You have a sweater to keep you warm, and a shiny new coat to keep the rest of you dry. She pulled Greta's hood up over her head. There, now you're completely covered. She took Greta by the hand and guided her out the door. In the distance, thunder rumbled. The wind howled. Rain crashed down all around her. Greta trembled and her heart thumped in her chest. She ran all the way home.
I wonder if it'd be scary. When it's loud and it rumbles and it shakes the whole building you're in,
Yeah.
it's kind of scary.
Once inside, she slammed the door behind her. I think Greta is crying, said her father. Whatever is the matter? Asked her mother. I don't like the rain, and storms are loud and noisy and scary, cried Greta, and I forgot my umbrella. Greta took off her shiny new raincoat and hung it on a hook. She took off her yellow rubber boots and put them on the mat. Underneath her sweater, she was warm and dry from head to toe. Greta's parents looked her over. She's not wet, said her father. She feels warm, said her mother. Perhaps Greta realized I didn't need my umbrella after all. Thunder rumbled and the whole house trembled. Greta tried very hard to be brave. Greta's mom made 3 steaming cups of hot chocolate. Greta sipped hers while she peeked out the window at the cloud, which wasn't so big or so dark anymore.
Next time it rains, we'll go to Blockers, get our hot chocolate, sit inside, watch it rain.
Good plan. I like that plan.
Yep. We can sit right up here in the burrow with the nice windows.
Yeah.
So if you need us, that's where we'll be.
Just call. Everybody does. No sooner do we set forth to eat lunch, eat dinner, eat breakfast, go to the bathroom.
Oh, yes.
When we get a call.
And it's not a call that can wait either. It's now call.
Yeah. Lights and siren call. Soon the wind stopped howling and the rain stopped falling. The sun came out and birds began to chirp. An enormous puddle covered the sidewalk in front of her house. Greta had a fantastic idea. I know what she's going to do. She's going to go puddle jumping. She put on her yellow rubber boots and went outside. She splashed, and kersplatted. Does Madison like to do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like to do that.
Yeah, I know. Water trickled down into her boots, making her toes wet. Greta was having so much fun, she didn't even notice. The wind rustled leaves on the trees, and big watery drops slid right off them, landing all over her. Are you cold? Asked her father. Do you need your raincoat? Asked her mother. No, I'm fine. No, I don't want to go home from school. I'm going to get wet. But now that I'm home and I've had hot chocolate, who cares? It's all good. Yep, she's good. She's like a duck. Here's the duck. And that is Greta and the Dark Cloud. Not a bad book. Yeah, good book.
Yep. She was kind of forced to face her fears in that book. Not always a bad thing.
Nope.
You know, sometimes anxiety has a lot of fears. So sometimes your anxiety will keep you back from doing a lot of things. You got to force yourself to do it. You know, you really do.
Right.
Get out there, push yourself. You're uncomfortable. She was uncomfortable walking home, but she did it. And then she was able to go outside and play in the puddles afterwards. So sometimes if you force yourself to do something, you're going to feel great afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, it's scary, but it makes you feel better. So.
Officer Potak always has the best advice. Stay well, stay safe.
Stay dry.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Bye.
Bye.